about government and the management of the economy, it would be nice to think that people actually get along, can make plans, and put them into action. But we know that's not the truth. Government is divided, now more than ever, and the Federal Reserve is no exception. They have people who believe that interest rates should go up, others who think it should go down, that inflation is a problem, others say it's not, that we should not get into more debt, and others don't worry about it. They're conflicting opinions, which means that everything is uncertain and no one knows what's going to happen. Right now, there's a conflict about interest rates. Fed Chairman Powell believes that inflation is temporary. His focus is on achieving maximum employment, which means he does not want to raise interest rates at this time. He recently said in a Yahoo.com article, inflation has risen, largely reflecting transitory factors. On the other hand, some Fed presidents disagree. Here are some examples. St. Louis Federal Reserve President James Bullard mentioned, "This is a bigger year than we were expecting, with more inflation than we were expecting." He anticipated rate hikes would begin next year. According to Philadelphia Federal Reserve President Patrick Harker, at some point, we have to get this under control. As we can see, there's disagreement internally within the Federal Reserve. It's easy to believe that inflation is going to rise. There are potential pitfalls as we move forward. The question is whether the Fed can actually bring rising prices down. What happens if quantitative easing is suspended? It could cause stagflation, an economic condition that can wreak havoc on prices and market stability. The turmoil and disagreement makes the future of the U.S. economy unknown. That's why so many Americans are worried about potential losses with traditional market vehicles. There's much for all of us to be concerned about, which is leading to falling consumer sentiment. The new variant doesn't help because it is constraining labor supply, which is increasing production costs and reducing growth. The upside is this may be the perfect time in our economic history to join Americans who are adding gold and silver to their retirement portfolios. It's obvious that there are a lot of opinions. The fact of the matter is, nobody knows. Don't you think it's time for you to get some more education? How do you know the opinions you're getting now are the right ones for you?
My name's Brian Panebecker. I live in Macomb County, Michigan. I'll be turning 60 years old in about a week. I'm nearing retirement. After bouncing around a little bit, I hired in at Ford Motor Company, and I've been working for Ford Motor Company for 23 years now. My wife and I like to exercise and work out. We walk together, we bike ride together. My wife and I like to travel a little bit, and as I'm getting closer to retirement, one of the considerations that I had was having enough money to take some trips. Our family is very important to us. We want to be able to enjoy our retirement years and spend time with our sons and their families down the road. I'm going to have a small pension coming to me from the 11 years that I worked at Chrysler Corporation, and I'll have 24 years with Ford Motor Company when I retire in 18 months. But neither one of them are going to be big enough to rely on, so I've got some money in my 401k that I recently rolled over into an IRA with Augusta Precious Metals. If I schedule an appointment, I can go to the depository where my silver is going to be held, and I can actually see the silver that I've invested in. I can hold it in my hands. There's several out there that offer investing, and you see a lot of advertisements on television. But Augusta made the process very simple. They answered all my questions. They explained everything to me very clearly. And I just felt very comfortable with Augusta. I'm looking forward to some traveling, spending some time with my family, some good years of retirement. And Augusta's going to help me do that.
My name's Herbert Campbell. I was born in Philippi, West Virginia, and we moved to the Cleveland area when I was in first grade. First real job I had was at Alcoa, and moved into salary, and I worked there for 29 years, and I took a buyout. I like to hunt and fish, play a little golf, and actually do some Civil War reenacting with some friends. My dad worked hard. He worked at Alcoa also, retired from there. And one of the things we stressed was the dependable and try to save something for the future. Try to make sure you have something to fall back on. And that's what I kind of what I did. I trust that the metals are always going to be worth something, gold or silver. I called 3 or 4 companies and I chose Augusta because they were very friendly, very knowledgeable, everybody that I had contact with, and they made it really easy. I found the right one that I could trust, and I felt comfortable each step. Just they told me exactly how to do it, what to do, and it was stress-free. That's the best way I can explain it. It was stress-free. Most of the paperwork, which there wasn't a lot, a couple forms I had to sign and fill out, we did on the computer, and never had to leave the house. I think what I most remember is Roy Tate was very knowledgeable and really friendly, and I could talk to him one-on-one, and it made things very easy. In fact, I've made a second transaction with them. So if they weren't good and I didn't feel comfortable, I certainly wouldn't have went back again.